President and CTO at Power Central, and in this video, I'd like to demonstrate how the procure to pay process works in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. For food manufacturing and packaging companies, complying with FSMA regulations and passing SQF audits is absolutely essential. With the ability of tracking every purchase and warehouse transaction using lot numbers, Business Central enables us to consistently comply with FSMA regulation and pass SQF audits, track the unit costs of incoming raw ingredients so that we can effectively calculate the costs associated with the finished goods to include both the cost of raw ingredients as well as shipping and handling and import duties to be attributed to these raw ingredients. This, in addition to the Business Central's ability to track human resource costs, packaging material costs, and machine resource costs during the production and assembly order processing, enables precise computation of finished products' cost of goods sold, which is critical for pricing and profitability. In the earlier videos, we showed the strategy we use to procure items, to optimize on-time delivery and maximize profits. If you haven't seen them, please follow the links below. Okay, so our tactical on-time delivery dashboard tells us that we need to procure at least 130 pounds of roasted garlic and herb to be able to deliver our orders in time. But our strategic procurement dashboard indicated that the order quantities fluctuates a lot, and we're not quite sure whether we should be ordering just what we need, which is about 130 pounds, or should we be ordering 1,000 to 2,000 pounds at a better price for better profitability. In this case, we utilized our strategic intelligence to initiate a meaningful conversation with our customer, and they assured us that they'll be ordering a lot more of this product in the following months. So let's go ahead and order 1,000 pounds of roasted garlic and herb. And for demonstration's sake, let's also order 2,000 pounds of self-rising flour, which is also a high volume and fast-moving item, because we only have 100 pounds left in our inventory. Let's also make sure we attribute the shipping and handling costs to items according to their amount. This way, we're tracking the cost of shipping and handling right within the item costs for a more accurate cost of goods sold assessment. Let's get started. We go to the Business Central Manager's dashboard, start a new purchase order, select the vendor we'd like to produce the items from. We then enter the items we wish to receive, the quantities, and if we had a history of ordering from this vendor, the prices will get auto-populated. Once we make sure that all the information in the purchase order is correct, we go ahead and release the purchase order, print the purchase order or email it to our vendor directly from Business Central. Okay, now a few days or weeks later, based on where we ordered the items from, the lead time for the items, let's say we receive the shipment from our vendor to our warehouse. We go back to the purchase order, go to Actions, and create a warehouse receipt. Note that in this location, we enable warehouse receipts and bins to be mandatory so that we can track both the lot number and the bin location of each of the received items. Once the warehouse receipt is created, either the procurement or warehouse manager can open the warehouse receipt. We now enter the lot numbers and expiration dates associated with the roasted garlic and herb, like so. We go to the item tracking lines, enter the lot numbers and expiration dates, like so. We then repeat the same process for the self-rising flour, like so. We sign off on the warehouse receipt and post the warehouse receipt. On posting the warehouse receipt, two documents are auto-generated in Business Central: a posted warehouse receipt, and more importantly, a posted purchase receipt. This is a receipt number that the system will track in the item ledger for tracing later, which I'll show you in a little bit. And you will see that we now have the inventory for the items that we purchased. And when we click on the inventory, we can see that the reference to the posted purchase receipt. Okay, now we posted the warehouse receipt, and now it's time to associate the shipping and handling charges to these items and post the purchase order into the general ledger. Now we go back to the purchase order, and here we do something very important. We make sure that we actually receive the item, and you can see that the procurement manager can navigate very quickly to the purchase receipt, like so. We assign the item charges to the purchase receipt lines, like so. And then we post the purchase order to the general ledger. Now we'll see that the item unit cost will get updated and reflects not only the raw material cost, but also the shipping and handling charges, and even the import duties if applicable. For example, we know the garlic and herb we bought costed us $5 a pound from the vendor, but you can see that the current cost also reflects the shipping and handling charges. Okay, now let's look at the final stage in the procure to pay process, which is payments. At Pack and Fresh, it's the accounting team's responsibility to make sure vendors get paid in time and customers pay them in time. We can see the purchase invoices that are pending payment when we click on the balance for the vendor. And finally, when the purchase invoice is finally due, we go to the cash management, payment journals, select the vendor, select the bank account we are paying the vendor with, select the purchase invoices we're paying the vendor for, like so. So here we can see that we're paying the vendor for multiple purchase invoices that add up to the amount shown here. And finally, post the payment. We can now see that the purchase invoices we paid for are no longer present when we click on the vendor balance. And there you have it, the procure to pay process in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. At Power Central, we help small to mid-sized food packaging and manufacturing companies scale their businesses by helping them comply with FSMA regulations, making their operations more efficient and increasing their profitability. Thank you for watching.